Okay, hi guys. I'm gonna do video for you for introduction. Okay, so introduction has three parts: hook, background info, and thesis. I think you guys already knew that. So this is a visual representation of an introduction, an upside down triangle, because it starts off broad and then it slowly narrows it down to the specific. Okay, a hook is very general, and then you slowly lead the reader to your thesis, which is very specific. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is hooks. Okay, there's 6 different types of hooks that you can use. The first one is an interesting statistic. Okay, a statistic is some kind of number. So it's a number such as a percentage, a dollar amount, or some kind of count. Okay, so a percentage, obviously, an example would be like depression affects 6.7% of adults. A dollar amount, T-Mobile spent over $200 million to whatever, or a count, 1 in 7 or 1 in 5. Okay, it has to be true. The next type of hook is a startling fact. A startling fact is an interesting statement that is not a statistic. So something that's not a number. Okay, so it's some kind of fact that's not a number. So for example, being in love produces the same effects as alcohol in the brain. Or the average person spends 6 months of their lifetime waiting for the light to turn green. Okay, so these are facts that aren't numbers. Okay, keyword interesting though, surprising. The next type is a famous or controversial quote. Okay, the thing with quotes, it has to be interesting and relevant. Okay, when you cite it, make sure to include the speaker of the quote. Okay, the most important part here is that you need to explain the quote and put some kind of transition to your background info. Okay, so say for here, Thomas Jefferson said, "I'm a great believer in luck, and I find the harder I work, the more I have of it." Jefferson explains the importance of having a solid work ethic. Okay, it needs that transition sentence. Otherwise, it's awkward. Okay? The fourth type of hook is a thought provoking question. Um, this is not just a rhetorical question. Okay? It's similar to a rhetorical question where, yes, you're having the reader answer in their head, but this one needs to be thought provoking. Okay? So it should be something that's difficult to answer. Open ended, which means it can't be answered in yes or no. Okay, so for example, these: how do you fix something you know is wrong? Or why is love the strongest force on earth? Or when do you stop being a child? These things are difficult to answer. They don't, like, it actually makes someone pause and think about it. Okay, the next one, the fifth one: anecdote or relevant story. Okay, an anecdote is a short story that connects, or it's a short story. Okay, in order to use this for your hook, it has to be one that connects to your topic. Okay, remember the hook gains it. The purpose of a hook is to get your readers' attention about your topic, your general topic. What is your topic? It's found on your thesis worksheet. Okay, the story can be either real or hypothetical. So, same thing again. Include a transition statement leading to your background. Okay, so see here, Michael Brown, an unarmed black teenager, was shot and killed on August 9, 2014 by Darren Wilson, a white police officer in Ferguson, Missouri, a suburb of St. Louis. The shooting prompted protests that roiled the area for weeks. On November 24th, the St. Louis County prosecutor announced that a grand jury decided not to indict Mr. Wilson. Okay, transition statement right here. Racism is very real. Okay, it needs that transition statement, otherwise, it's awkward. The last one, a short, powerful statement. Okay, a short, controversial statement that packs a lot of power. Controversial means debatable, or like discussable, or disagreeable, where you're going to have people that disagree with it. Okay. So, first of all, Darwin, as in Charles Darwin, Darwin was wrong. Or on the opposite side of that argument, God is dead. Okay. So, just remember when it comes to your hook, what's the purpose? You're trying to get the reader's attention. Attention about what? Your topic. Okay. You're not going to put any of your arguments there yet. You're not going to mention, you're not going to mention what you're arguing for yet. Okay. You're slowly getting your reader there. The next thing, background information. Okay. What is background information? Background information is basically what do your readers need to know about your topic without going into your arguments. Okay, same thing. We're not mentioning our argument yet. Okay, you're not mentioning it at all yet. Imagine that your reader has limited knowledge of your topic, so you can define any keywords or phrases, give a brief history or context of your topic. Okay, so for example, you have to first think about what your topic is. In order to do this, refer back to your thesis worksheet. It's the subject in your thesis statement. Okay. Here's an example. Okay, so beauty is in the eye of the beholder. That's my hook. Okay. The rest of this is background info. According to Merriam-Webster, beauty is defined as a combination of qualities such as shape, color, or form that pleases the aesthetic senses, especially sight. Okay, so that's my transitions. That acts as a transition statement. As that's why we put that there, because we just mentioned what beauty was. So a good first point would be to start with defining what beauty is, since that's going to be the main subject that we're talking about. Okay. However, beauty is so much more than this. Now we need to go into the other parts, the other subject. The other subject that we're talking about is Miss Itamoto. Miss Itamoto is someone really special. She was born and raised on the island of Oahu and currently lives in Honolulu. Miss Itamoto graduated from UH Manoa with a bachelor's in secondary education emphasizing in English, and has been a teacher at Waipahu High School for 15 years. Her son is named Spike and is a dog who is a huge part of her family. She loves to travel and has traveled to more than 25 countries so far. Okay, so if you look in this background information, we not only defined any terms that we're going to be talking about, important terminology, we want to set that baseline, but also we gave background information and we set the context for our other subject of our thesis, which is Miss Itamoto. Okay. Okay. So the last thing, thesis statement. For this, this is where you're going to first mention your argument. Okay. Remember, thesis, this is a thesis formula. Thesis equals topic plus focus plus forecast. Okay. I want you to copy it exactly as I approved it from your thesis worksheet. Do not change the wording here. Okay. You're copying it exactly as I approved it. So, this is the same thing. Okay. But here you can see how everything flows together. Okay. So, very general, beauty, talking about beauty as our hook. Okay. Then our background. Okay. And from here, she loves to travel and has traveled to more than 25 countries so far. Okay. Then we get into your thesis. This slowly leads us here. Okay. Miss Hitamoto is beautiful because her face is symmetrical, her hair is thick, and although she doesn't meet Western beauty standards alone do not define beauty. That's our full thesis. Okay. So if you look at this as a whole, you can see how everything flows. It has a nice flow to it. From beauty, we go to defining beauty. Okay. Then we introduce our next subject, and then give a little bit of background and context about the subject, and then hit them with the thesis. Okay. But everything flows. That's the point of an introduction. Okay. That's about it. If you have any questions, message me on Remind. Okay, bye bye.